What would you say, Todd, have been the biggest stressors? If you could just pick out a couple about your caregiver journey.
Wow. The biggest stressors, some are very situational and some are overall. Situationally, with my mom during those 22 months where she was hospitalized 17 times, the stressors were you really didn't know what was coming next. And you do get PTSD from that. It's dealing with, can I do anything? Can I just relax before something urgent happens? And I know that happens for so many caregivers. You're waiting, you're on edge, waiting for the next pin to drop or bomb to drop, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. So, you do your best. You do your best to just go with the flow. And I've always been a pretty good go with the flow. Although I am a very organized, meticulous person, I go with the flow as best possible because that's life. You just never know.
Right. There's always change. Yeah. Right. So we have to adapt and we have to be able to react to change in our life, whether that's in the caregiving world and with our family or anything else, that we need to be able to adapt and make some changes when necessary. Any other big stressors that you feel like really stand out to you that really affected your caregiver journey?
That's a really, really good question. There's so many different things at different moments in time. I mean, it could be having to deal with the healthcare system, which is really challenging to deal with. And trying to get a hold of physicians or even nurse practitioners or whoever it might be, and they're swamped and they've got a lot going on. That was a big stressor. You're dealing with the stress of caregiving itself. And then that's part of the advocacy part is you just got to keep going. You got to keep getting a hold of people, even if they're not getting back to you and you can't worry about what they're thinking about you. That's stressful, incredibly stressful. And then it can be stressful if my family's listening to this, which they might. It can be stressful dealing with family at times during caregiving and advocacy. It just, whether it's the people you're caring for or your siblings or your other relatives, and they don't quite understand really what's going on the ground, because unless you're in those shoes, it's really hard to understand.
Yeah. Navigating the healthcare system is so complex, right? Let's just start there. I mean, we could spend hours probably talking about that, whether you're talking about doctors' offices, hospitals, home care. There's so many facets of that.